Welcome, everyone. And just a quick question. Anybody missing high level team? Anybody curious what players near the top of the ladder look? Well, I am. I miss high level team games. I miss the interaction, the strategy that goes on. So let's take a look at this game.
Yes.
And as I do, I'm going to go through some of the evos on these teams. Got Roxy's team, and Gianni's team. And I apologize for any mispronunciations here. I don't know all of these players. However, what we do have is let's go in order here from right to left, clockwise. Starting with Professor Clocker playing an orange flank as the Britons on Roxy's team. And Professor Clocker is, I have their elos up here. I can share them for you. Professor Clocker is listed. Let's see. Um, Professor Clocker is Sobek. Professor Clocker is Sobek and is a 2K3 player, so that's a pretty solid elo. Then we have Roxy, a 1700 player, very good player. Then It's All Good Man in here, and a 1500 level player. And over here, Monoz. I've seen Monoz before, and he's a 2 level player, playing on the other flank as the Poles. So we have a Poles flank, Britain's flank, a Vietnamese pocket, and a Dravidian's pocket. This looks like random Civ to me. It's very cool to see as well. Then on the other team, we have in the gray, Portuguese. That is Gianni Morandi, who's an 1800 level player. And we have Gitters, the teal, playing as the Slavs. And Gitters is a 2000 ranked player. And then AB 1500 sneaking in here on this team as well. So a 1500 on each team, a 1740 versus an 1830 on one team versus the other team. Then the top two players in the game, both on Roxy's team, Sobek and Monoz. Then on the other side, we have Edel Penaz. Edel Penaz is a 2K1 player. So let's now watch the game and see how it holds. We've tried to get introductions. It was a little bit confusing with some of the people aliases. Figure out who they were. It's, a little tough. So we have on this flank between blue and orange. So I'm going to refer to them as the colors, and you just know the hot colors are playing against the cold colors. Hot colors being red, yellow, purple, and orange, and the cool gray. All right, so I'll refer to them as colors. That way you know position of the player as well as the team on, rather than the names that I don't really know anyway. Anyway, we have blue and orange, and blue walling up a little bit, doing some small walls. Orange just wide open here. Blue on the way to feudal, orange on the way to feudal as well. From the flanks, we have a pretty similar thing. Actually, all four players on Rox's team on the way to feudal. Two of the players on other team are just now heading up. So everybody on the way to feudal at the moment. So not a whole lot of action, obviously, as everybody aging up, getting their resources in. I apologize for mobile users. Just want to get a view of the whole map quick. Looks kind of cool. All the players, you can see ant-like unit and back in full zoom level. Blue putting down an awful lot of walls, and there's a big scout party over here. We have Gray saying, really? 2K3? And you gotta play like that. I'm guessing there was some laming involved over with Monoz. But hey, what you gonna do, right? Monoz immediately dropping 2 archer ranges on the left flank and on the right flank. We have a scout party continuing. Two archer ranges coming down for Professor Clocker, which is Sobek. Or Sobek as well. On the other side, have a staple coming down from the flank because, like I said, this is random team. This is a Turks player not wanting to head into archers because Aga IB Noob dropping two archer ranges as the Dravidians. Pretty even. Got not Dravidian, as the Malay. See, this is a mistake over here. Turks can go archers just fine. Malay can go cav. Well, for now. Take it back. It's not a mistake. It's just going to be complicated. We got both pockets going cavalry for the hot team and both flanks going archers. Whereas on the other side, it's a little more complicated. We've got one flank going cavalry, one flank going archers, one cavalry, yeah, kind of, and one pocket going. Roxy getting nice and walled up. Everybody getting their walls really done. This villager needs to get busy walling. Monoz looking around. Ray able to break in here pretty quickly, so this game could be kind of brutal. Scout parties just continue all around the map. No pressure going in. Actually, yeah, the scouts from blue forcing Sobek to stay at home for now. Sobek quick walling up his wood lines very nicely. Got these archers breaking in here for Monoz, but a couple scouts come to try to clean them up. Oh no, the scouts are helping, not cleaning them up. My apologies. On the other flank, the scouts are in on blue, but blue scouts still wandering around in Sobek's base, not finding any damage yet. Sobek building up a very nice fort. Overall populations are pretty much even, 112, 114 in eco, and 29 to 25 in military. Apologies for the coughing and sniffling. I'm a little under the weather at the moment. Scouts in on Monoz's woodline, dropping a villager, two scouts, idling the whole woodline, but two scouts do go down for that. The archers having not yet got in. Gray doing a good job. Gray and Teal here able to survive to this point. It's kind of tough against a player of Monoz's caliber. However, yellow is only 1500, so it's not as unfair as you might think. Yellow finding a Vil kill out here, though. Yeah, there's the no problem. He lamed my food away, so got Gray kind of upset about this lame. Little salty. The yellow scout's looking to find some damage on the field. And looking like our 1500 player over here, it's all good, man. Able to find some. Whereas AB Noob also doing an okay job. Has a nice group of archers there. 16 in total, so AB Noob doing a fine job as well. Playing with teammate very well. This is nice coordination. You can see the scouts and archer dance, but this army's got to back up or else it's going to get cleaned up completely. Blue realizes this and they head back. We got a hillside here, and they can maybe hold on this hill. Yep. And well played, both players. Just kind of dancing back. I love to see these scout and archer dances. Oh, but Teal is in trouble. Curious is in trouble. Archers heading over to help from Gray, heading over to Teal to help as red and yellow both inside of Teal's base. Now we have Roxy on the way to Castle Age as our first player. Gray. Both players here just kind of waiting it out. Going for Roxy and Sobek. fight is ensuing inside of Teal's base. And the players kind of separate a little bit, and divided, you can be conquered pretty easily as the scouts and archers are pretty separate. Those scouts are going to have trouble getting back. Now, don't forget, this is still a 1,500 player here, and it's all good, man. They're solid players, and I think I have player elos correct. I hope I do, as in who is who, because I don't have that in front of me anymore. As Sobek and Roxy managed to keep out this pretty large force that is growing, because Roxy, just a few seconds away from Castle Age, doesn't have a whole lot of a force here. And Sobek's in a little bit of danger here, taking a bad fight, I would say, a very bad fight, with Roxy almost in the Castle Age. AB Noob, which is playing very well, I must say. Top score in the game. Oh, but AB Noob losing everything in his own base. Oh, it's sick. Red and yellow just marching place to place. Roxy booming it up like any good pocket should. It's a joke. Pockets, make sure you're paying attention to. Just take care of your flanks. You need them. When your flanks die, they get salty too. Nobody likes salty flanks. Roxy booming it up, making some elephants. Oh my goodness. Dravidian elephants. I mean, what else are you going to do as a flank or a pocket Dravidian player? But Dravidian elephants are still garbage. Are they not? I feel like Dravidians hardly get any technologies. Like, they're not garbage, but they're not great, certainly. This is quite interesting. We got a lot of Castle Ages here coming in. Let's see. For Roxy's team, we have 2 players. For the other team, we have 1. However, everyone on Roxy's team's on the way up. And Monoz, sorry. Whoa. Oh. Gray is not on the way up for the other team. This fight is still pretty awkward as the crossbowmen are in for AB Noob, who is continuing to hold the high score. Sobek not yet up, not yet ready to engage against these crossbowmen of the melee variety. This is great flank or pocket archer play. And I would love to see villagers come forward. If you're a pocket archers player, something you can do to mitigate the walking time. Come forward and drop your archer just here, somewhere forward. As ideally, you're going to be fighting, in the enemy's base, or even on the worst case, your ally's base. So having the archer ranges in your ally's base is always a good plan. The Knights from yellow now making a big play over here on the left side. And again, our 1,500 player, It's All Good Man, is holding on to top scorer for his team with Roxy, Monoz, and Sobek, which is pretty impressive, I must say. Things are looking a little dicey for Roxy and Sobek, but on the other side, I think It's All Good Man. Monoz have done enough where it's a nice advantage. You can see Teal and Gray are not able to work together. Roxy and Monoz splitting them, and Gray really just lagging behind. Gray's the one who's sure trying to do his best, and this is tough. I'm not being critical of Gray here. Gray's been hit hard, and Gray's trying to fight his way back into the game. But it's a tough place to be. Teal also has been hit hard. Even Green took some heavy losses. This green and blue force is scary as Roxy Roxy's not continuing on with any production of any sort, just building up villagers. As good flank with 4 town centers. Sorry, good pocket. No military, 4 TC play as Sobek just. So Roxy's got the high score for her team. Oh, wow. All right, blue and green are moving in. Let's see what Sobek and Roxy can do, because this, I don't know what Roxy's going for. No units being needed at all. Archery range is being dropped. So it's got to be elephant archers. 5th town center. It's got to be elephant archers. This eco setup, I think we're going to be blessed with the Davidian elephant archers. And, oh, they're headed to Roxy. They're going to ignore Sobek. This is cool. They're going to ignore Sobek and head right on to Roxy. Teal and gray heading in toward Monoz. What an upset it would be if... and I don't like this pathing. These archers for Sobek are... They're going to realize and pop right through these holes in a hurry, but Roxy's got to be terrified. That's a big army coming to your base, and you have no military. Although, 5 town centers, pretty safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 town centers. Indeed, it is elephant archers. This is beautiful. But it's a double archer play. Although these are pretty good meat shields, I'm not going to lie. And looks like Sobek and Roxy are okay over here. And Teal and Gray have a nice force over on the left-hand side. Trying to keep up with the fights on both sides. And we got Elephant Archers versus Crossbows, Crossbows versus Knights. Don't think this is the way they wanted to take the fight. However, you do have a hill that AB Noob is just camping on top of. Score, pinballing back and forth as both sides are fighting right now. And I think Sobek and Roxy have held with Sobek's force of crossbows just being very significant. But on the left side of the map, I think that Monoz, and it's all good, man, are struggling here. Monoz is actually seeming to really struggle playing as the archer role with the poles, who do get good arbs. By the way, fully upgraded arbs, castle being dropped on the front of Monoz's base as this fight continues. And the score is now holding a little more steadily for Roxy's team. And I think that's in large part due to Sobek's play. Sobek's play very good right now, able to push back. But Sobek being hit on his own base and dancing those villagers. What a madman. And wow. Kidding me. You're actually kidding me. Able to win that fight, Sobek, because of all the archers missing. And Teal and Gray pushing in. Anybody on the way to Imp? Nobody's on the way to Imp just yet. Teal and Gray pushing in on Monoz. Roxy adding a 6th town center. So Roxy ought to be getting pretty ready to just go pumping out this Elephant Archer production, but Sobek is in trouble. And Roxy is going to have to help Sobek. Well, I take that back. Sobek does have an awful lot of units. These archers for AB Noob, they take a long time to get there, even though AB Noob is still holding that top score position. This is a nice little hill here, but Monoz has found a higher hill than has Gray. Red, and Gray, and Teal. Teal's score is staying pretty low, which is a little bit frightening for that team. Teal needs to be picking up some score as the Slavs. Big fight in here. And Gray and Teal clear up yellow and are able to move in on Monoz. Monoz is going to be struggling for gold control. Gold's there and gold's there. No, those are protected. And Roxy adding a 7th town center. She's crazy on the way to Imp. And now the Elephant Archer production is coming. Town Center's coming down for Sobek just to protect areas of his base. 4 down now as Sobek looks to boom up, but mostly just protect himself. And Gray now taking a commanding lead. Gray proving to be quite a formidable player once he gets boomed up. And we have AB Noob, green, all the way over on the left side. And the Turk light cav, that's the play. The Turks, instead of going into Knights, going into light cav, that's actually a great play for blue. Heading into light cav, because those light cav with their extra pierce armor as Turks, great play. Like I said, Monoz struggling for gold actually at the moment, and just struggling in general. Better score than Teal though. These light cav are a problem. I don't know what our Turks player is going to head into eventually, but it's going to be a lot of light cav for now. And the Elephant Archers are moving out across the map for Roxy, who is in Imperial Age. Going to be looking at imp upgrades on these Elephant Archers. These chunky boys, a lot of HP. A lot of HP on these guys. 2,500 HP. And look at that. This big army. Not as much HP as this little army, because this little army is elephants. Micring back, Roxy micring back against Lake Cav. You might as well go on back to the hillside now. Roxy got tired of micring, now heads back to the hill. Allowing Sobek some room to breathe with this castle coming up in plain sight. Monoz in big trouble as It's All Good Man unable to really help the way that's needed. And these knights seem to be moving very... Oh, they're Vietnamese knights. On the left side, Roxy or Monoz and It's All Good Man have not played this well enough. And on the right, well, you can see my frame rates are dropping in the recording. On the right, we got Elite Elephant Archers up against Arbalist, and the game has slowed down. My goodness, my PC not handle this, apparently. And Monoz just continuing to die. I wonder if I go here, does it speed up? Does it speed up? Ooh, yeah. Yep. A little bit. So I apologize for the slideshow. Gonna setting graphics, enhanced graphics. Go back. All right. That should fix that, and it doesn't look quite as clean. And that didn't speed up at all. Like, not even a little bit. And it doesn't look as good. Oh, wow. Gray is really upset about Monoz. Wipe this guy off the map. He's annoying. Doesn't want the team to go and raid Roxy, but just wants to wipe Monoz off the map. Really upset about Monoz. Over here, there's a pretty noticeable difference between having enhanced graphics and not. It's looks more like Age of Empires 4 without, it's a lot smoother lines. The winged hussars arrive, but the castle's coming up for Roxy in a good position. I think it'll get up here at 80% before the hussars really get there. Yeah, surely that goes up. A lot of vills die in a hurry, but castle up. And these elephant archers, they're just too chunky. This is not something that that this team's going to be able to stand against. So the question is, who dies faster? And right now, Monoz is the answer to that. But if Monoz can hold on at all, then I think Roxy's team can win. But if Monoz can't hold on, then it's just over. Got to be some, yeah, a lot of crossbows. Gray playing out of his mind in anger. It's a good motivator. And these hustlers are very good with this 2+5 pierce armor. Very good in this situation. Is a meat shield. I think Cav Archers, it's just Archer v Archer. Cav Archer Hussar might not be a bad player. Adding in Cav Archers to spend some of this gold. As the melee arbs aren't best. It's really lacking a good unit on the right side. But on the left, they're continuing to crush through these players. Thought I heard a ram. Do hear a ram. I can't find the ram, but I hear... Oh, there's the ram. Okay, cap ram there. As Gray really, truly is trying to wipe red off the face of the earth. Red, this little hidden town center back here. Yellow. Oh my goodness. Yellow has killed Teal. I missed this completely. Yellow took his Cavalier into Teal's base and killed everything. And it seems like Teal missed it too. Just now calling for help. Yellow doing the same thing now to... I wondered where Yellow's army was. Doing the same thing to Gray. Gray's army about to die. Or, sorry, base about to die, so leaving him only with an army. Good strong army at that, but only an army. As the fight is a little too even on the right-hand side. For Roxy's team, this is gonna be bad. Guard towers being dropped by Monoz to try to stall this out, but Yellow is gonna be getting hit as well. So everybody's eco just dying. On the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, they're just stalled out in a grinded-out fight. Roxy has a massive score, but unless they're able to push back these castles and actually make something happen, Roxy and Sobek are just stalled out. Doing a great job as blue and green. These are not Saracen Arbalest, they're Portuguese Arbalest. And it's all good, man. Dropping a castle, getting well protected here. These Arbs walking in under the town center, and I don't know if that's really going to end up being worth it. Yellow's Cavalier finding their way into Green's base. Yellow with the plays. Yellow realizing the stand-up fight not working out. Did snipe this trap off a little bit too late. But realizing these stand-up fights weren't working out in their favor, so raiding everybody to death. Teal just now rebuilding. And if you look at the eco counts, 476 to 397. Even with one player almost dead in Monoz, who has 80 villagers. You're looking at Teal with 70, and at Gray with 110 somehow. Green only at 86 though. And Teal's continuing to bleed villagers. Green losing villagers. Yeah, wow, that's where Teal was bleeding. And wow, I like it. Except for these repair villagers are making this not work. Yellow, you gotta notice the repair villagers. Oh, this is bad. Yellow not noticing the repair bills. And losing all the units for nothing under this castle. Yellow has to relocate everything. Oh, Rattan Archers. Elite Rattan Archers. Coming out. Really nice. Really nice. Telling player 3 to use Arbalest. So player 3 could... Green. What is green? Oh, Green considering going into Karambits to help deal with these Elephant Archers. And listen, when you've thrown Arbs at Elephant Archers for long enough, you get tired of it. I don't blame Green for this. Elephant Archers are a good unit. elite skirmisher coming in for Roxy. Going to be heading into these Dravidian skirms, which are fast-firing units. Looking at running low on gold and this Arb army marching through everyone's bases. But at the same time, yellow still is all around. Look at this. That was sickening. Lost all those units simply because he didn't notice those repair bills. Occupied on other things, but these Ratans. Ratan archers, they eat Arbs. And these are how upgraded are they? Pierce armor 6+2. They need some more upgrades, I think, yet, but still very good. Should be 6+4 when they're all said and done. They're Huskarl archers. They're awesome. And our Poles player going to be switching into cavalry eventually here, I would say, as our Vietnamese player has switched into Rattan archers finally. It's a great place for Vietnam. Searching out for these gray Arbs. This is still stalled out over here on the right. Not much progress being made either direction, I must say. Sobek being raided. Roxy doing her best to push. Teal asking about Halb SO or just continuing on with cavalry. Gray saying yes, cavalry. My goodness, Gray. Gray is a good team game player, I have to say. I don't really like the personality. A little too triggered about somebody laming. Now, Dravidian elephants take a little longer to convert, but Dravidian elephants do get converted eventually. I think. Yeah, a few of them get converted. But since we got a Vietnamese player, these are Imperial skirmishers on the field. As Monoz continuing to try to get back in the game, 110 villagers. That is all. Heading now into cavalry and Imperial Age. So Monoz about to get in this game in a big way. Has this little sneak base, hasn't been noticed yet. Sobek being raided. Losing villagers unnecessarily there. These Rattans closing in on the Arbs. Rattans are also pretty fast moving. Oregon guns now for Gray. Oh, wow. Since the Rattans are out, Gray switched into Oregon guns, which is a good play indeed. As Rattans don't wreck Oregon guns as hard as they wreck Arbs. Very smart play by the Portuguese. And Knights streaming in as Teal's just now reaching Imperial Age himself. This is going to get really awkward for Monoz again, just as he's boomed up. Has 120 villagers going heavy into the light cav production, but it's going to be a little too late as here come the armies of Gray and Teal once again. Yellow is not there to protect you. Yellow's unit control, you can see the 1500. Big fight here on the front as Roxy with all these faster firing Dravidian skirms, but my goodness, skirmishers against the hussars of the Turks. And why so many monks? I guess for the elephants, but the elephants are gone. And longbows for Sobek, very cool. They're not elite longbowmen, so I'm not sure why they're being made when Arbs were already researched, but I'm guessing elites gotta be on the way. Winged Hussars, the Polish Winged Hussars, gonna be coming out eventually. The Halb elite longbow, the Halb longbow, death ball, pushing forward. But a ram train starting over here on the right hand side, coming into Sobek's base. But on the left, we still see yellow and red continue to die, continue to be unable to hold this back. And I just foresee this going badly in the end for our hot-colored team, our warm-colored team. It's a lot of yellow light cav, and there's a lot of winged hussars somewhere. So these Winged Hussars are a pretty cool unit. And this is finally noticed and cleaned up. So Monoz really struggling. Don't know if the Winged Hussars will be enough or not. And we have a good luck, have fun next round. And Gray saying thanks. So I'm not sure what's going on over there. Not exactly sure. And a big fight underway in yellow and red's base, and yellow and red need to clean this all the way back. This has to work. The Rattans are here, the Light Cav are here, the Winged Hussars are here, everything's here. Organ guns and Arbalest, trebuchets. It's all here, and it is pushing it back. Gray, teal being pushed back, but it, well, yeah, gray and teal being pushed back, I do believe. This massive fight, this absolutely massive battle, is it going to be enough? No. No. The units stream in for teal, the gray organ guns hold, and this has to be the game on the left side, but on the right side, blue's finally broken. Blue has finally been broken on the right flank as the halberds are beginning. But blue is also with raids in on Sobek. And yellow trying to fight this back. Monoz continuing to boom backwards. But and this stall, this entire game-long stall between Sobek and Edel and Blue, I think is going to lead as they're almost into yellow's base on the left side. And once the left side falls into yellow's base, I think it's got to be GG. Our Portuguese player bringing castles along has a Feitoria, which, you know, when your eco gets raided to death, has a couple Feitoria. It's not a bad play. When your eco gets raided, drop a Feitoria. However, that's a lot of Winged Hussars, and I don't think I can't imagine the unique tech is in to give them splash damage, but if so, that would have been sick. The Winged Hussars go down to the organ guns. Organ guns, as it turns out, are quite strong. Pretty good unit, really, if they're masked up. Pretty hard to charge against. Monoz continuing to die, and yellow now beginning to die. Once yellow dies, it's all over. We still have the stalemate on the left-hand side, or sorry, on the right-hand side. Maybe a slow advantage for Sobek and Roxy, but it's all good, man. Calls the GG. Gray says GG back. Everybody's saying GG now. This is the game. Roxy's team unable to pull this off with great play from Gray. It stalled out between green and blue, orange and purple. That all stalled out on that side. Teal, Monoz struggled. Yellow played great, but was unable to save Monoz, who just died. I'd have to go back and look at why exactly Monoz was unable to kill the type of army that Gray was after Gray was so dead. The Gray was just able to field a much bigger, better army. Go through the stats, you can see Gray with that 2.09 KD ratio, just a great KD ratio. However, Sobek here with the 91 military. Roxy collecting a lot of resources, but ultimately, game. Society stats, you can see 7 castles for Gray, just taking up whatever ground he took, dropping a castle. APMs, let's see how fast these players were. Roxy not the fastest, but also not the slowest. Field the slowest player in here. And varying speeds between 36 and 2 APM. So Sobek being pretty fast. Actually, the second fastest being It's All Good Man was, if I'm not wrong, a 1500. So that's pretty cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this different cast, this longer cast of a top level ranked team. Wasn't a ranked, but pretty much probably best ranked team. Enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.